Hey guys, what's up? How's your day going? Today I'm gonna be uploading another trade idea video. I've uploaded ones about Kristaps Porzingis and James Wiseman already. So if you guys could do me a favor, go click on those videos and make sure to give a like and give your opinions in the comment section. But today we're talking about Damian Lillard. So Damian Lillard has recently expressed frustration with the Blazers organization as a whole, and Blazers fans kind of blaming him for stuff, and it's led to a bunch of speculation and the likelihood that he's going to be traded this offseason along with CJ McCollum. So this is some pretty big news, as Damian Lillard is obviously a superstar. He averages 29 points, 7.5 assists, 4 rebounds. He's one of the most unstoppable offensive players just because he can shoot it from 40, 45 feet. He can shoot from half court, but he also has a great inside game and mid-range game. So if you give him too much cushion, he'll pull up. If you don't give him any cushion, he'll get right past you. So yeah, there have been a bunch of possible teams that might want to trade for him. And the first one I'll be talking about is the Boston Celtics. So the Boston Celtics are an interesting team. They were obviously really disappointing last year. I think, they disappointed a lot of people. They were expected to be much better than they were, partly because of a bunch of injury, COVID stuff, and partly just because they weren't playing as hard. The roster didn't gel well. So this would be an aggressive move to put themselves in championship contention right away. And the move would be, don't want to view Tristan Thompson's profile. Move would be Tristan Thompson, Jaylen Brown, and 2 first-round picks to the Portland Trailblazers. So yeah, trade looks like this. So the Celtics, you're getting Damian Lillard. You're pairing him with Jason Tatum. Those are two of the top 10 offensive talents in the game. They're some of the best shot creators in the league. You wonder if they'll fit together really well, but I think it doesn't really matter with two players like that. They'll figure it out. Ime Udoka, Brad Stevens, they'll figure out a way to make it gel. And I just think it would be a great fit with. I just think it would be a great team with Lillard, Jason Tatum. You have Al Horford there, who's a great glue guy. Marcus Smart can play a ton of defense. You have Robert Williams, who has a ton of potential. You have Neesmith, Peyton Pritchard. You just have a bunch of guys who can contribute, and you have two of the most talented players in the game with Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum. For the Blazers, you're obviously rebuilding. You get Jaylen Brown, who is a star. He was an all-star last season. With the Celtics, he was really, really great. You're getting him. Tristan Thompson is kind of salary filler, but might be able to flip him for a pick or so. But Jaylen Brown is the main asset here. He has a ton of potential. He's a great one-on-one defender and a great overall scorer. So you love to have him, and you're getting 2 first-round picks additionally. I think this is a great trade for both teams. All right, now let's move on to the next possible trade destination for Damian Lillard. Let's move on to the New Orleans Pelicans. So, the Pelicans, Zion Williamson and his family recently, I think they expressed that they want to play on a winning team, and the Pelicans just are not a winning team at all. So, yeah, the Pelicans really want to get. The Pelicans should want to become a contending team right now, and I think this would put them over the hump. So it's going to be Brandon Ingram, Damian Lillard. Not just those two straight up. Obviously, you're going to add Josh Hart in a sign and trade, and you're going to give. Oh, not the Blazers. The Pelicans are going to give up their 2021 first, their 2022 Lakers first, their 2023 first, their 2024 Lakers first, their 2025 unprotected first. I think this should work, and it does. So, for the Blazers, You're getting Brandon Ingram, who I know for Jaylen Brown they only got 2 first-round picks, but in my opinion, Brandon Ingram is a significantly less of an asset than. Actually, let me adjust this trade a little. I don't think they need to give up 2024. I think it'd be like this. So, Pelicans, you're getting Dame Lillard. You're obviously getting elite player to pair with Zion. This could make them a contending team now, especially if they can find a way to bring back Lonzo Ball. That's a great defender. You have Dame, Zion, Lonzo. That's a great core, and especially Dame and Zion. That pick and roll would be absolutely unstoppable. And for the Blazers, you're getting Brandon Ingram, who's a really great young asset. He still has some development to go, but he's obviously an all-star caliber player. He can give you 20 to 25 points. He's really athletic, a great primary scorer. Although he hasn't proven to be like leading a team to the playoffs yet, which is why I'm throwing in a couple extra first. You're getting Josh Hart, who's a really, really solid player. Gives you a lot of hustle, great young asset, still a little bit raw in terms of offensive skill set. Like, he's not a particularly great shooter, but you hope he can develop him to be a good shooter, and that means you can have a great 3-and-D hustle player. And then you're getting 4 first-round picks. You're getting 3 from the Pelicans and then 1 from the Lakers. So, yeah, I think this is a good trade all around for both teams. Kind of a win-win trade. All right, now let's move on to the next team. So the next team is going to be in the Eastern Conference, and this is another really popular one that has flown around, although I'm not sure it's the most realistic. So this is a 76ers trade, and you can guess it's involving Ben Simmons. So, yeah. Alright, so for the Sixers, you're getting Damian Lillard, who's one of the best offensive creators in the game. You're pairing him with Joel Embiid to make arguably an unstoppable offensive duo. Especially that pick and roll would be elite, and you can't really sag off of Danny Green or Seth Curry. So it's just an unstoppable offense. Obviously, your defense gets worse, but you still have Matisse Thybulle, who you think maybe you can put in a starting role and play him, and hopefully he improves his offensive game, his three-point shot. But yeah, I just think that move elevates the Sixers to make them arguably the best team in the East, or actually maybe second best because of the Nets. But I think they're definitely better than the Bucks with this. But yeah, for the Blazers, you're getting Ben Simmons, who wasn't great in the playoffs. He didn't hit his free throws, he couldn't hit his free throws. He was really bad on offense. But you hope now, if you're trading CJ maybe for some assets, then you could have Ben Simmons as kind of your primary ball handler and see what he can do with like full confidence, and let him, kind of run an offense. Because I still think he can be a great player, an elite player, but he needs to have control of the offense. He needs to have the confidence, which I think he will have with Portland. You're getting Tyrese Maxey, who I know the Sixers fans really don't want to give up, but you're going to have to give him up. Sorry about that. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey has a ton of potential. He was pretty solid in the playoffs. Shake Milton also was really solid in the playoffs. His ceiling isn't that high, but he could still be a positive rotational player on a good team. And of course, you're getting the 3 first-round picks, which you really like. You might ask for another first-round pick, which I think the Sixers would be happy to give up. But yeah. All right, now moving on to the next team. This team is also an Eastern Conference team. And this time we're going for the New York Knicks. All right. So, RJ Barrett. Where's quickly? Emmanuel Quickly. Frank Ntilikina. Let me see, Dame to the Knicks. And you're going to trade your 2021 first, your 2021 Dallas first, your 2023 Dallas first, your 2024 first round pick, and a 2026 first. So, with this trade, so the Blazers are getting 5 first round picks, which you like. They're probably majority of them are probably going to be late first round picks. You know, the Dallas and the Knicks one pick from this year, it's going to be relatively late. 2023 Dallas pick might be late, but you're still getting first round picks, which you could package if you need to. You're getting Emmanuel Quigley, who proved to be a really solid rookie last year. He was a good scorer, good shooter, pretty underrated defender in my opinion. You have RJ Barrett, who's a really great prospect. He struggled as a rookie, but he showed that this year that his potential is legit and that he can be an all-star, all-NBA caliber player in the future, and he can be your franchise player as the Blazers. Frank Ntilikina was kind of just thrown in there. You might have to replace him with just another salary filler to get this trade done, but yeah, this is basically a good this is the trade for the Blazers. And for the Knicks, you're pairing Dame with Julius Randle. Derrick Rose, Alec Burks, Mitchell Robinson, Nerlens Noel, Taj Gibson, just a bunch of solid role players. Reggie Bullock, of course. And that team could be a top 3-4 seed in the East. I think that'd definitely be an upper echelon team. I'm not sure about best team in the East, but it would definitely make Knicks fans excited, which I think is really important. All right, and now let's go to our final trade of the day. And this one is kind of not, actually it's pretty unrealistic, but it's worth talking about. Let's go to the Dallas Mavericks. So the reason this is even a thing is because Dame Lillard really wanted Jason Kidd to coach the Blazers. Now he's coached the Mavericks, and Dame is really close to Nico Harrison, the new Mavs GM. And on Twitter, I believe there was a post like someone praising Nico Harrison about like how good he was and how strong of a basketball mind he was, and Dame responded to that post saying like facts or something. So now there have been rumors of him wanting to come to Dallas, which personally as a Dallas fan I would be completely ecstatic about, but it's not going to happen. But I think it's worth talking about, even though it's probably not going to happen. All right. See, yeah, the thing is the Mavs don't really have a lot of first that they can trade. So this is a trade that I think the Mavs could do. It's Kristaps, of course, Maxi Kleber, who's a solid role player, Jalen Brunson, who has a lot of potential as a young player who's really good last year, and then Josh Green, who has potential. I don't know why I listen as a stretch big because he's a 6'5" shooting guard, but he's really solid. I think he has a lot of potential. He shows a lot of hustle, good defender. He needs to develop an offensive game. And then you're getting 4 first-round picks, which you obviously like. And then, that's basically a trade for the Blazers. This would only succeed, in my opinion, if Dame goes out and says he'll only wants to be traded to the Mavs, which I don't think he will, personally, but Mavs fans are quite delusional, including me. The Mavs are obviously getting Dame. You're pairing Dame with Luka, a most unstoppable offensive duo in the league, in my opinion. Oh god, that would be so amazing. You're even clearing up some cap space for this year. You're clearing up about $6 million. So you have Dame, you extend Luka. You can still get like a couple solid role players in free agency to add them to your bunch. Maybe like a Serge Ibaka. I think Nicholas Batum is a free agent. That wouldn't be bad. You can maybe bring back Tim Hardaway, do something like that, and basically you have Luka and Dame, the two of the top like 3 offensive players in the game, two of the top 6 or 7 offensive players in the game, and you surround them with a bunch of solid role players. That team could be absolutely not just fun to watch, but just amazing, in my opinion. I would absolutely love this as a Mavs fan, but it's probably not going to happen, even though it's worth talking about. So yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching, and leave your opinions in the comments section on whether you think that this is realistic or not, or and just leave comments about like, would you adjust any of these trades to make them more realistic, or would you just mix or just propose like different trades to different teams altogether? Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.